Welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel, and back once again to my garage of various train projects. We have in pieces here the fold-up rail cart, or rail speeder thing, with my Axeman plastic wheels. We've got my not very successful Franken bike with the motor and the little railroad runners. I've got a whole pile of high rail inspection truck wheels over here, which I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I honestly don't know what to do with these. I'm not sure what the bolt pattern goes to. I need to find like some trailer axles for those or something. I also have this little crane beam trolley with some wheels I was thinking of robbing. So I've been screwing around with all these different little wheels, and the best ones I've made so far are these little homemade ones, and they're still not very good. They hit the track plates, they bump over stuff, they cause a lot of problems. Fortunately, I think we might have a great solution to this. Sean at railriders.net got interested in my projects and actually sent me some secondhand wheels that he had lying around. So we've got 2 boxes of these. Very nicely made, very professional, and very legitimate railroad wheels. Rail Riders are the commercial grade rail bikes that you see out at railroad museums, tour operations, wine trains, scenic rail lines, all kinds of places where there are disused or lesser used railroad tracks, and the owners let people take their rail bikes out or incorporate them as part of a tourist attraction. So these are designed with really heavy use in mind, and they're really nicely made. So this was super generous of Sean to send me these, and I'm really pumped to try them out. In fact, I'm so pumped, I think I might make a pump car.
You know how to work one of these things, Mom? Why, sure! Just like washing clothes! Hop aboard!
Now, we are going to need to do some work to get these onto a rail cart. We're going to need to figure out axles and bearings, a drive system, brakes, all that good stuff. Now, of course, railriders.net does sell the correct standard gauge axle for this. It's all threaded, it's got the keyways, it's got everything cut and measured and set up for the wheels, the brakes, pulleys, gears, everything you need to get this set up. But this is the Save It for Parts channel. We like to use old scrap that we have lying around whenever possible. Donnie's been temporarily banished outside, so he's helping me in the garage. Right now he's making very sure that there are no mice hiding inside this wheel. So we've got some more random materials and metal stock and junk around here. I just need to dig around until I find something useful. We've also got more weird metal junk and mechanical parts over here. Yeah, not sure if any of this will be useful together or if we'll just have to pick and choose stuff that fits and then actually go out and purchase some stuff. I do have these penguin bearings, which are the same diameter as the wheels, about 3/4 inch, and found some aluminum rod, which is pretty close. I think this is probably exactly 3/4 on the inside, and this is exactly 3/4 on the outside, so I'm going to have to shave a little bit off of this to get it to fit into the bearings and into the wheels. Now, aluminum axles might not be strong enough. I'm not 100% sure. I might need to upgrade to steel axles, but for now we're going to try to make the aluminum work just because it's so much easier to work with, and we already have it here. I actually went out and bought some stuff that might work. I'm not actually sure how to use these. I think I'm supposed to weld these together. Train progress is going much slower in real life than it might look on the video. I had on my to-do list on my calendar to get the train all completed in April so I could move on to other projects for May. It's now June 4th. we took this over to a friend with a welder, and we got our gear welded onto a little flangey thing here. So now, we actually got this one welded on too. So now we have a gear drive, and potentially, if we want it, a belt drive. I'm focusing on the gear drive right now off of that Franken bike, and we're going to try and go ahead and get the drive mechanism going. All right, we finally got the pump car, handcar train ready to go out on the rails. We're down here in the local park where the rails are absolutely disconnected from any other track. They're here on public land, so we're not gonna get in any trouble for riding on it. And we're gonna go ahead and see if it works. Alright, so the pump handcar is essentially finished. We did find a couple issues when we took it out to test. My A-frame here was a little wiggly, so we beefed that up. And then I did have some slipping on the wheels. I think I've got that under control. Now the next step is to take this out to a longer abandoned railroad track, give it a try there, and we're going to need to improve our transportation to get there. That trailer I used is one I pulled out of a pile of scrap metal at work. I'll have another video on that thing. It kind of works, but it could be a lot better, and especially the loading and unloading method. I think what I'm going to do is actually build a little portable section of railroad track out of wood, bolt it onto the trailer or strap it on so I can wheel the pump cart on and off. So it seems like it works the best going that direction with me standing over here, all my weight off of the driving wheels. I'm not sure why, but using only the highest quality of random baling wire scraps here. All right, well, we've tried our proof of concept here, and the concept definitely works, sort of. We still have a few bugs to iron out. I think the main problem is my aluminum axle. It's just not holding up to the torque of the drive mechanism. It's deforming a little bit when I pump. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this video up here. We've gotten the proof of concept. It does work. It's just not as efficient as we'd like it, and we keep losing traction on those axles. So we're gonna have to take this home, redesign it a little bit, rebuild it, probably go with steel axles. That's gonna take a little bit longer, so I might not get back to this until later in the summer. I've got a ton of other projects that have been put on hold so I can work on this train. We're gonna move on to some other stuff. We're gonna come back to this. We're not abandoning the train concept because it's 90 to 95% done. Just needs a few more tweaks, and then we'll come back out here to the railroad or another abandoned railroad, and we'll try it again. So stay tuned for that. We'll have probably a whole nother build video of the improvements and whatnot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.